Hello everybody, my name is Master Chu, welcome back to the video. So, in the preview you saw me with a completely different skin. This is my new one. And there's my gamer tag if you'd like to add me on Xbox. So, yeah. New skin, it's based with the 11th Doctor. It's got the keychain, the fob watch. Got the keychain, it's the fob chain, the fob watch chain, the bow tie is 3D, the jacket, and the shoes and the hair and the glasses are 3D, the rest is 2D. The waistcoat, the pants, the shirt, and there's suspenders under there if you can just barely see them under the jacket. It's almost a black line. So, yep, they're there. I'm really happy about it. So, let's get into it. Now, the first few you don't even recognize, so the Fort and TARDIS. So, let's go into TARDIS. So, I do have a texture pack on this, but I will have pictures at the end of the video about what was in it, because I did have pictures of the windows and the police public call box logo. Then I had the actual pull to open icon right there, and it looked marvelous. And then when my game crashed, you could see all the paintings, and it looked just so random and weird because the pack wasn't supported. I mean, over here it glitched my grass. Like you can see, the dirt is okay, but grass dirt is ridiculous. It's just pitch black under it. So, this is the only TARDIS that functions properly when it comes to brick on the inside, but this, I mean, the TARDIS that I've built, I mean, there's tons of TARDISes that function like that, but this is the only TARDIS I've built that functions just like it. So if we walk in the door, boop, teleport to another area. I made it sort of bigger on the inside, so please don't break the game. Sweet, it's just lagging a little bit. So in the preview, you guys saw up here that it looks so different. Like, that didn't have the texture pack. It's huge, though. It's still huge. The round things changed. The lights were still there. A little bit of the console changed. The outline of the platform changed, and it was just, it was when the TARDIS was still a baby. And what I mean by that is it was so little. I had like 6 rooms, and that was it. So I have so many rooms to show you guys, and before I do that, I have so many screwdrivers to show you. I have 5, so here are the second. I think it was the seconds. I just drew it because it was like a tube. It was literally just, I think it was a flashlight in the TV show. So or it was a pen light. It was a pen light, that's what it was. And then here, the 4th screwdriver it's empty in the center, so it looks like a hole. And then right here, the 10th screwdriver, 11th, and 12th. So 10th screwdriver, I was going to redesign it, but I figured, it's okay, forget about it. 11th was okay, turned out pretty nice. 12th was even a little better. So, this is my personal favorite screwdriver on the game. So, the console changed a lot, and I'm only doing this video now because it's my 500th video. And I'm so happy about this. I mean, I wanted to do something special for you guys, and I figured since we hit the big 500, well, I call it big, but it's like so little compared to some. Like, some have over 2,000, and but I'm very proud of myself because I figured that I would stop YouTube after 450, but we eventually got to that mark. Like, we did it. We got to 500. I'm so happy about this, and I have so many videos. And if you would like to see the full TARDIS, then I would stay, because otherwise, if you just want to see the new console, then here you go. This is it. And and the round things. This is where I thought this is cool. I mean, they're only changing because it's weird. So it's a light blue shulker box with a item frame and just an orange shulker box, and it looks like the one in the TV show because it has the little grid lines on the shulker boxes when you point it the right direction, and it looks like it's metal from a distance. So I mean, I love how these turned out. I could have put the new bookshelves in right here on these little pieces, but I figured why not do something different. This is the 2nd largest console I've ever built. And the reason why I made it the 2nd largest, well, a lot of the TARDIS I built have very little detail, and some are just something I threw together so quickly it didn't even matter. The other thing is, the biggest TARDIS would be the one that I made on the PlayStation that you guys saw a while ago. The remade 11th Doctor's one. That's the biggest TARDIS console I've ever built. Given it took me like a month because I didn't have that much time to build it. It works, it's okay, but it's not as good as the next one. So, this console should take me about 40 minutes to get through, altogether. Or the TARDIS itself should be 40 minutes to get through. And there's the size of it. And if my microphone is making like a weird kind of static noise, it's because I'm moving around, sorry. So, the middle right here is the console room. This map is a little outdated. I wish that I made it so that it made the TARDIS shape with the corridors, which that would have been awesome. That would have been so cool. But I don't have that kind of resources for that. So a lot of these rooms aren't even in the ports. Like the main ones, the big ones, are the ones in the ports. You'll see in a second. So down there is where the TARDIS is. And there's stuff around it that I had to blow up because it was horrible. So I have 13 ports here. There is 6 on each side, but there's 13 ports inside the TARDIS. 14 if you count the teleport for the outside. So the first one is going to be the iron side. Now here's the first Doctor's hallway, like when he goes to steal the TARDIS, and then in here we have the console room. And yeah, to the main console, but this was completely accidental. These are the carved stone bricks, I think. The ones that have a little circle. Looks kind of like a stone target. It was all accidental, and I looked at it and I'm like, yeah, that can stay. It looks good. So, that happens in the Forge, too, you'll see later. So, I attempted to recreate the one from Hellbent. That isn't supposed to be that. Or that's the second interface, and that's the text. I don't know what to call it. But, I tried making it like a William Hartnell's because of the little diode, or not the diode, the glass cylinder in the center that goes up and down, but I couldn't slow it down no matter how hard I tried. I used like a big ring of redstone down there, like a really huge ring, but it didn't work out as I wanted to, so let's go back. Now, if my game crashes, it's because the resource pack and I'm teleporting around so much, so some rooms are going to be far away, like the gardens, which is that big splotch of trees right there, the Epic Library, the first Doctor's TARDIS, which is right there, that one, and then that should be the 3 that really got my nerves, and then the enchantment room, that's decently close, but not too far away. It's right next to the gardens and the forge, stuff like that. So the next room is going to be the art gallery, or the Epic Library, sorry. The Epic Library, let me show you the first library first. I needed to redesign that library because it was horrible. I look at it now, I'm like, oh my god, I'm so bad at that. So, yeah, if I look, here's the original library. I had the idea to make it huge and tons of columns, but I realized this thing sucks. I look at it, it's the only room with a skylight. It's the only room with an actual skylight because I got lazy and decided to do that. But this is the only room that I am, well, the first room I was ashamed of, because I can do so much better than this. I know I can do so much better. And I liked this portion under here, this back corner. I liked it. Like the second layer, I like this. I don't like anything else. This is the only part I like. With the birch, meeting the birch and the red carpet, I like that idea. I didn't like, and these parts between it, I didn't like the rest of it. So, I completely redesigned it over here. And we're going to the Epic Library, not this crap. It's the same port in the console, but here it is. Here's the Epic Library. And I tried to do something like Silence of the Library, where it has all these shelves and everything. And 7 stories, 14 floors in total. And they each have this one has a staircase over here. You just walk up, and this one has an elevator. It's like the really old elevator, not the redstone ones. The old one is the one where you have ladders and water. So ladders is where the floor is, water is where you go up. I think you should just look straight up, you can see it. There you go, yeah. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, And over here, when I teleport to certain locations and I have paintings on them that will fall off the wall, certain paintings will. Others will stay, kind of like these creeper ones. But there's big ones, like I think the skeleton one is broken down. The fiery skeleton. I gotta fly up here real quick. I want to see. Whatever. Some will be broken, stuff like that. So, it's huge. I love this library. I did a really good job on it. At least I think I did. And I just wish that if this was a multiplayer map, people would not respect it, but enjoy being here. Enjoy how much time I put into this game, aside from making fun of me for it. Which isn't exactly a bad thing, it's just how they see me as what I do. It's a much giant nerd. I really am a giant nerd, though. So, these bring you back to the crappy library, and this brings you back to the main console. So, if you're wondering what these parts are, these are the... I already told you about the carved stone bricks, but these are end rods, and I erased the black part. Didn't think there would be an issue, but it now looks kind of like the ridges on the 12th Doctor's LED lights, so it looks pretty good. I used like a really light baby blue, almost like a really light shade of it, so you can tell it's a little blue. It's not white, but it's like a little hint of blue in there. So it does glitch a little, like right here. That's only because you can't really see the outline well. And then the iron bars, I erased the little joints between it. The psychic interface, which is just a lighter color with a darker color behind it. Cool colors on this side, warm colors on this side. Yeah, so that's it for the console, for the texture pack. So that's pretty much all I did. But the next one is going to be the art gallery. Now, the art gallery in the ballroom and a little bit of the epic library, when you teleport to a certain location, will knock paintings off the wall. So when we teleport, there'll be no paintings on the wall, because it sucks like that. Gallifreyan time art, a moment frozen in time. So we got the jungle biome, birch biome, oak biome, and the spruce biome. I don't think birch actually has a biome. I think it's just with the oak biome. Don't quote me on that. And since I use slabs, the sign's floating. Because it's magic. It's magic like that. Boop. So the next one is going to be the engine room. Now the engine room, I did a really nice job on this one. At least I think I did. It's huge. This is the room with the big red square in it, if you remember from the map. So this one was ridiculous. I wanted to do this just because I figured I can do an engine room, and I did really good about making engines. I used a ton of redstone blocks, a lot of hoppers, and then there's some end crystals in there. I tried to like secure them in place so no one could touch them. And then I used some end rods, and then some beacons, and then I used a lot of redstone on this one. And this is like the big part of the engine, and it goes down to there. So my favorite part about this would be all the redstone in it, because there's like different circuits here. We got some just basic redstone blocks, and we got some clock circuits, and I hid a cup, and then we got some just lit up stuff over there, just chains of redstone. And over here you can see this is how you make a clock circuit. Put a block here. Put one facing this way. Put 2 redstone, put one this way. Put a block with 2 torches on each side. Put a redstone there. Put a block. Put a torch on that side. And put redstone till it links back into there. Make sure that it goes up 1, over 2, and then back 1. So yeah. It's on like a 3x6 plane. 3x6 plane. So yeah, there are different ways to make it, but this is probably the most simple one for if you're a new redstone person. I'm decently new. That's how I did this with the lights in the console. This is what I did, but not one massive chain like this. It's 4 different ones for each side of the TARDIS. There we go. Now you can see the lights. That's nice. And then I hid the circuit in here. It's not hidden well, but it's hidden. Oh, I dropped. I hid the circuit in there. Same kind of circuit. I had to make a 3x6 plane. And then it goes out a little bit on the other side. Behind it. So yeah, I mean, I did a nice job with the engines. Didn't do a beautiful job, but it's good enough. Yeah, there is a second engine room, like in Journey Center of the TARDIS. It will bring you to this room before it blows up, which I made it look like it was. I tried to make it look like a chasm. Okay, like I tried to make it look like that. And let me just go outside real quick and show you the room before I keep going on. So the room I built, I wanted to start with a shadow proclamation, and it's a little sad because I memorized the what was it? When the Jadoon came up to the doctor and was talking to him when he went to the Shadow Proclamation, and he, it was like no bo scobo trojo stuff like that. So I memorized what the 10th Doctor said was no bo ho so kojo to do, bakurosi papa papa jo, maho. Yeah, I'm a nerd. Deal with it. I'm gonna set the world spawn right here because I didn't do that yet. I think I didn't. Okay, there we go. So. At the end of the video, you'll probably see some pictures of the TARDIS with the paintings on it that I talked about earlier, and then a picture of the console with me in third person, and I don't like that. I was gonna put red grass. I keep saying that, red grass like Gallifrey. And then over here we have a little survival house if you don't want to go in the TARDIS. It's got your basic stuff, and some aren't really that basic, like the brewing stand. And then in here there's an enchanting table. It's like your survival house. And then we have the end chest. That's not really basic. But yeah, I didn't block some of the windows because I forgot about them. So it's just a nice little home. Can't really see it from the inside, but you can't really see the outside from the inside. So yeah, that's it for the outside. After thinking it would be the Shadow Proclamation, I'm like, you know what, no, let's make it like a lobby. So I did, and then I put a little nature part in there. And there's a lot of redstone that went into this, and I had to redesign this one room 3 times because my game kept crashing on me. It didn't like it when I had so much stuff on one map, so it was being a turd. So I was gonna put a lot more in here, but I was like, you know, it's okay, leave it here, and then people can just do what they want when they get on the server, if I make one. But yeah, let's just go back inside real quick and finish this off. Get up, come on, come on. Okay. There we go. So, let me hop back up here. So the next one is going to be something brand spanking new. So this one, the Copper TARDIS console, has been featured twice on my channel, but redesigned 4 times now. So the first design was on my first ever... Let me turn this down a little bit. The first design was on my first ever TARDIS. The second design was on my phone. I rebuilt it, but I don't think I ever shared it. The third time was when I built it on the PlayStation, and the fourth time is this one. So since it's an archive TARDIS console, it even has little doors. But here is the console now. Uh-oh, the painting came off of the shulker box because I teleported. God dang it! I should have put a brown one because it's not really white in the TV show, but whatever. Here's the console, and let me just show you the room, actually. So this room took me 4 different times to make, only because, 1, it was screen accurate, 2, it was really small, 3, I didn't do a good job the first time, and the second time, and the third time, and 4, I didn't even know these walls were in the TARDIS when I built them the first time. It was just these. So I did that. And then I attempted to do the web thing. Didn't turn out that well, but I'm fine with it. I'm okay with it. Because the rest is wonderful. Then I tried to recreate the wires. I was going to do that with stuff, but it didn't work out that well. Not stuff. What is it? Fences. Then I got the ridges like he has in the actual TARDIS. So. Then I tried to do the lights, the blue lights under it with the little black lines, but then I started running out of space because I put a fence down. So down here we have the swing and more wires, and we can see the inside of the TARDIS a little bit. Do I have anything in here I can just break? Yeah, I can just do that. I didn't even know that was there. So I mean, I can just hop up here, can I? Yep, I can. Yep. But the doors don't function. Aside from the one up front, they're all blocked off. like that, and over here. I have the lights too in the chair. I was gonna put a phone router there too, but it didn't work out that well. So yeah, there's the other part of the door which I blocked off as well. Overall, I love this design. I love what I did. And then instead of big brown panels, I did this, and then I made an extra chain kind of thing for the scanner. And then I remembered it was brown, but I never fixed it. And then the glass pane, that was supposed to be the little kind of it was the three spheres that were together inside the TARDIS, the thing that went up and down in the console, kind of like David Tennant's, but it was just a couple glass balls attached to each other that went up and down inside of the glass chamber. So I just tried to replicate that. Couldn't really do that because it was a glass block. I was gonna keep working on it, but I just stopped and called it good. So the console is bigger than any console I've built. There's prismarine blocks there, and I like how that lights up. It just fades away. The prismarine blocks I used for the green, and then for the record player I used a hopper. Let me just move that right there. That'll work. Use it as a hopper. So I mean, it looks really nice. I say it's screen accurate, but I don't think it really is. So there's the command block down here that activate. Let me get back over here. There's a command block that activates when either one of these is pressed. So right now the redstone is on. So if I flick the switch, it'll teleport me. So yeah, I was gonna change it so it'd switch me right here. So it looks kind of like 50th anniversary, where everything is stabilized. Where the War Doctor comes in and he flicks it and it changes to his TARDIS. David Tennant does it, and John Hurt flicked it to his TARDIS, and David Tennant did it, and then Matt Smith finished with his, so it's all stabilized. So the next one is going to be the gardens. And the 11 TARDIS is smaller than this one, if you didn't notice. That's the white building right here next to the console. And you can see the brown rings of the console with the redstone next to it, or the glowstone next to it. It's right here. It's so small compared to it. It's funny. And nothing as small as the first Doctor's TARDIS, but let's keep going. So the gardens, click. The gardens is the room without a roof. And I did this on purpose because, well, the garden, it can't really grow without sunlight. And I love how these are just slowly growing. This can be the room where you survive in. Like, I can switch the game into survival and just live in the TARDIS, because that's how good I am at this game. After these ports are done, I have to eventually walk through it, and we're already 20 minutes in. So now we finished the first half. Those are my favorite rooms, not counting the console, because this is by far the best room ever built. So these next ones are going to be a little crappy, but some are really old. But the stables are a little bit new. So these, I've only seen the Doctor ride 3 horses. We've seen the 11th ride one. We saw the 10th ride one, the 50th anniversary. I think he's rode a lot more. I haven't watched 10 a lot. I've watched like part of season 3 and bits and pieces of season 4 and 2. I know the 11th rode it in the Pandorica Opens. I think he also rode it in A Town Called Mercy. I think it was that horse, actually, the one he rode right here. And then the 12th Doctor rode on a black one, I believe, in The Girl Who Lived. So yeah. So I put a horse for all 3. Not the right colors, because the 10th would have been a white one. And then this leads directly back to the TARDIS, which I could have used a port, but I figured I can just do that and show you guys I don't have to do that tunnel anymore. There's so many tunnels in this thing, it's ridiculous. The second one is the enchanting room. Now, the enchanting room is little. So little. It's smaller than the first TARDIS. The Iron Side. Now, once again, if you hear like a weird shuffling kind of noise, like static, it's me moving around, and I'm trying to eliminate that noise as much as possible by not moving. So I tried to do something like an old kind of room, but I didn't get that kind of vibe. I just put vines around and called it good. So, another thing to add on, if you see with all caps, it's new, like a new teleport system. If it's like with 1 cap or 1 or 2, then it's like sort of new, and then old is with just like all lowercase. So I wish I could have particle effects, because then like push a button and it just goes everywhere. Like it just explodes with a white puff. Not an actual explosion, but like puffs of stuff like that. So the next room is gonna be once again. Let me just add something real quick. For the ballroom, the library, and the art gallery, all the paintings were knocked off. So, and then at some point, my game crashed, and I had a big chandelier. It was nice looking. It was birch fence, oak fence, glowstone, and trapdoors, and it was huge. And it was just that. I mean, this room is the second largest compared to the Epic Library when it comes to length. So, back to main console. Sorry if this video is taking forever. It's so hard to get through because it's so huge. And now we go to the Coral TARDIS. Now, David Tennant fans and the 10th Doctor fans will be a little bit disappointed with this TARDIS because, well, I didn't do that much. Boop. The console is the same thing as the 11th Doctor's because he basically just brought that one back and added on to it a lot more. I think I did well when it comes to the roof. I believe I did well, but David Tennant fans will be like, no, you didn't. You did horrible. I'm like, well, I mean, people who don't really build TARDISes that much, I don't think they'll complain about it. But the walls, I know those are horrible, but the coral I did good on. I did good on the coral. I just forgot the one thing at the door. So, I tried to recreate the bench. Didn't work out that well, but same thing, there's two ways to power it. It's already powered. Okay, so let's click that button. Now I had to turn the switch off first. So yeah, that's the 10 one. Then we have the observatory. Boop. So, there are a few things in this kind of nether space that I made. It's just black concrete with low light, and it looks wonderful. I did that in the awesome library. And I do this in a couple rooms, including the swimming pool in this one. And with the beautiful lights, you can see that it just fades away. I don't think I missed a block. Why is it raining in here? Kinda hate when that happens. It like glitches through. It's weird, it glitches through everything, so it's just a case of black at this point. The telescope I know I could have done better on, but I like the room. I didn't want to change it. So, to main console. Some of these are pretty far away. Like, the observatory is over here by the first Doctor. But, let me just go to the architecture reconfiguration system. Now, this is a crap one. I know I could have done much better. I just took a spruce tree. I mean, it looks okay from this angle, but it's a little cramped because the room is small. I should have made the room bigger. I made it pretty tall, though. I think I made it a little bit past the top of the tree. No, I didn't. I just put like 2 blocks above it. But that's basically it for that room. And it leads to 2 corridors, which we'll get to later. To main console. That was weird. Anybody else see that? Did anybody else see it raining through here? Okay, nope, just me. Alright, so this is going to be the big portion of the video. This one took me about 20 minutes to build. The little teleports, I had to go around and get the right command blocks. Not command blocks, the right coordinates. Put them into the command blocks and then choose which ones are my best. But I have so many rooms to show you guys behind these. So these are 12 rooms. Now the next room we're going to show you is a little bit weird, but it's still cool. This port is over here. It replaced a little block. It's called My Room. Now there are jokes that the Doctor... Let me just pick my towel back up. There are jokes that the Doctor doesn't sleep that much because Time Lords only need about an hour of sleep if they really try. So, my room. I tried to recreate my bedroom. Got my lamp. I got my attic doors. Got my wall. The paintings came off. God dang it. The little shelf. And then I have my closet with blankets up top. I got my desk where I record the videos. Got my windowsill. I'm on a 2nd story floor, so I'm like, oh, screw it. I put those as the chalk, because I have chalk paint. You guys remember those? Here's my armor set, whatever it's called, with a mirror in the back, and it's a dresser and a mirror. So, and then we have my desk, the actual desk, and my bookshelf. And basically it for that room. But is it even nighttime? Please tell me it's nighttime. It's like always day on this map, so no, it won't work. I got my ceiling fan. I should have made it so that it's like a loop where a sticky piston pushes it down, so it like goes in a circle in a ring of the wooden blocks coming down, so it like looks like the fan's spinning just a little bit. So just go back. Oh, and that door opened to like black concrete, so it didn't really go anywhere. Oh, let me tell you something about the door real quick. I wanted to do something different, and then command blocks came out. When you open that door, there is sea lanterns there, but behind it is the... If you go past the sea lanterns, there is a small room made of quartz pillars and every quartz block, actually. And if you go in it, it has the TARDIS outside, but without the paint on. It'd be like a sign that says Police Public Call Box, stuff like that. And it will have like little stuff. And that was going to be the intro to this video. But I got command blocks, and I got so happy. Like, it was just awesome when I opened it up. And I was introduced to a whole new world of building. So, moving on. What else is there? Did I get through it all? Yeah, I think I did. What was I just at? I can't remember. I'm sad I can't remember what I was just at. Oh my god, it's becoming more of an issue. I can't remember where I just was. Oh yeah, my room. I'm sorry about that. I'm so sorry. So the first thing we're going to go to is the room to our left. And this is a little hallway. Now, I know we're going to go above this, because there's a lot more up here. We're going to go above it. So there's a four-way junction counting the direction to the TARDIS console. If we take a left from the console, there's a little room over here. It's made of wood. And it's like a little companion room. Like, it's a little space for them to live. Not big, but not much bigger than my bedroom, but it's nice. So it works. Yeah. It's like your basic survival home with some carpet and beds. Over here, we have the kitchen, which I wanted to do kind of like a deli at like Kmart or something, and I should have changed the roof, but I love how the lights just poured up. It's like the beautiful lighting's awesome. And this did have food in it, but I ate it all when I was in survival mode. And then you can just barely see the grass from the crack from here. And I made it so that if you have your friends here, you can like go behind it, and every 2 blocks there will be a chest. Like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So there will be meat and fish in that one. Pork, or well, it's beef and fish. Pork and chicken. Lamb or mutton and salmon, and then clownfish. I don't think you can eat clownfish. We can try. See? And yeah, it's just this. I was gonna do it for the sweets, but they're standing up. Same thing with these. I was gonna do something, but I figured nah, and just left it there. So yeah, moving on. If we take a left when we go to the junction, and we go straight left, because I already showed you the library, it leads us to 2 hallways. Once we get down enough. So that way leads to the art gallery. I'm just going to go down here real quick to show you. It's a pretty decently long hallway. Not too long, but I know my corridors are horrible. And yeah, you already seen the art gallery. So my corridors are so bad compared to some. I'm jealous of a lot of them because they're so detailed, and I don't have the copy-paste method, so I can't do anything when it comes to rebuilding them. So it's always these crappy ones. So another thing to show you, there's like 3 different light corridors. There's one on the top, one on the bottom, and one like this. I'm very inconsistent when it comes to building these. The easier way is to do it on top or bottom. Same thing when you put the lights in. So this way leads to... That goes to 11th Doctor's console. We'll go down there in a minute. This goes to the ballroom. Unfinished. You've already seen it. This way leads to the console, which we'll take. This is a long hallway. This way goes Yeah, it's the little door you saw, the doorway that you saw that go. Oh, there's the shortcut. That's underneath. That way goes to the stables, which I already showed you, and then this way goes to the doctor's console, or the other way you want to go. It goes to a T, like a little fork in the road or something. Okay, there we go. If you, I keep doing that. So there's the. I think you can see the quartz room from here. Yeah, there's the room I was talking about a minute ago. Stop it! My game's lagging, so it's breaking everything. So yeah, down here, that's the little door I showed you a minute ago. There it is. You go through that little web thing. So, there is automatic doors here. Redstone sliding doors. And I meant to break these, so they looked... Oh no, I think I did that in a different room, but whatever. You go in here, whoop, opens up. I love doing that little gimmick. Now that happens over here with the 10th Doctor's console, which you guys have seen a minute ago. See? Just the console. Now, down here, it's a four-way junction. Like, it's just a loop-de-loop of hallways. Like, it leads you straight back to the same place. It goes straight back to the center if you take enough turns. And we'll get to that hallway to our right in a minute. See? It just goes to the same place. It's funny. I figured I can do that kind of like on the Journey to the Center of the TARDIS, like what they did, and just looped around. So it's a little four-way thing. It's got, like, 10 different corridors. So here is the 10th Doctor's... wow. Here's the first Doctor's hallway way down here. A little ways away. Yeah, you've already seen it. Let me just fly through this. I'm trying to get through as fast as possible, but I also like walking through it because it's just cool like that. So if we go all the way here, there's 3 exits. There's the one where we came in at the first time. There's the first Doctor's hallway. Then there's this way. So this way, if we take a right, if we get to the right spot, it leads us to the observatory, which you guys have already seen. It leads us to another room, which you guys haven't seen. So this room, I did the exact same thing with the observatory. I made it look like it was off in space, and it's a swimming pool. It's got its own light, and if you go like 5 blocks up, it looks great. And it looks like it's just endless in there. I love that little feature. Isn't that cool? Come on, you gotta admit that's cool. But if you go up, it will stop you. So I will eventually make this world survival because, come on, who doesn't want to do this in survival mode? So I think this leads us directly back into the TARDIS. I think we do a loop. Yeah, I think we do. We do a big loop-de-loop around it. Yes, we do, because across from us is up there is where the TARDIS is. So we got the first half done over there, or we got the first third done. We got a third of the TARDIS done, so. Of the corridors, at least. So if we go up here, I think I know where this goes. If we go up here, and we just keep going, we should eventually... Yes, we should. Okay. So if you go down these steps, it will lead you to a completely different area. And if we go left, this leads us to the hallway with the... I think this leads us to the art... Not the art gallery, the gardens and some other rooms, the enchantment room, stuff like that. I believe it does. One more turn, I think. Nope. Right here. Okay, yeah. Here's the gardens. And here is the enchantment room. Right there. I already showed you that one. And here's a new room you haven't seen yet, because there's a lot of new rooms that are hidden back here. And here's the forge. Now here's another accident with the carved stone bricks. But I like how that looks. That's kind of cool. I should have done that with the 11th. I should have done like the 11th corridor and just made monster spawners do that. But it's lit by lava, and it's got cauldrons in each corner of the room. It's got a furnace. It's got basically everything you need for a blacksmith shop or something. Now, before I go up those steps, I'm going to turn around and go back the way I came. So, sorry this video is so long. It's just, I've been working on this for so long that it doesn't really have any effect on me for how long it takes. So, now we take a left, and I believe I know where this goes. The cloister room. So the cloister room is an old room. It's small for its size, but I've only seen one photo of it, so I tried to make it as accurate to the photo I saw as possible. It was with Paul McGann in the TV movie, I think. And the cloister room is like it's that noise the TARDIS makes when it's in danger, kind of like a gong, but more mechanical. If that makes any sense. I have it as my phone. Um, my notification sound like, oh no. So it's just sandstone or soul sand. God, soul sand. And then here's a really old one to the main console. Remember what I talked about? The capitals, all caps is new, some caps is middle, and then this one is decently new, and then this one is really old. Don't crash on me. Thank you. So. I gotta go back to that room now. God dang it. Let me just port to the... Let me just, where was that room at? Let me just port to the enchantment room, because that makes it much easier on me. So yeah, I would have, like, wasted about 10 minutes of walking. 40 minutes. This TARDIS gonna take me an hour to get through? Good lord. So yeah, up this hallway, we have a completely different set of rooms. If we take a left... I think I know where this goes. Yes, it does. Okay. If we take a left, it takes us to the engine room. You can see the engine room. You can see that there's the little command block that teleports you to the main one. If you've seen Journey to the Center of the TARDIS in the 7th season of New Who, you know that there's a little room where you jump into. And I figured before you jump, you walk into this, and it teleports you to the actual engine room instead of the hidden one. So I built this long before I built the engine room, and I figured, why not just rebuild it? So let me just try and sneak in here. Yeah. Yay. Sweet. Let me go back up these steps. So let's go straight this time. 2 corridors. This one goes to the engine room. It's a ridiculously long hallway. Not like the one I had in my Another TARDIS video, which you couldn't see the end for a while. This one is blocked off, and it's broke a little bit towards the end, I think, right there. Yeah, it's tall, and we're not even at the bottom yet. That's how tall it is. Let me just fly back real quick. Oh, and the engine room is blocked off, so you can't really go in it if you're on survival, because there's no weapons in here. You can't really do anything. You can break the corridors, but there's really no point, because it's just a super flat world. So if we go left to continue with this, it should take us to the Eye of Harmony. Now, the Eye of Harmony is it's a dying star, a replica of the Eye of Harmony, sort of. It's trapped in an eternal state of dying, so all the energy that's burned off is right there. And I wish I would redo this room, but I'm just too lazy to do it. I did horribly with this one. I mean, this was like the 5th room I ever did, and I figured, why not just put it next to the library? And I did. The crappy library. Like, I had my moments where they were just really nice and then really crappy. Like this room. So, I mean, this room was supposed to be really good. I did a nice job with the glowstone ball. I didn't do a nice job with the execution of the black part of the room. I should use black concrete, and I should have put the ball a little bit farther away. But over here it looks okay, because it looks endless, but right here it looks horrible. And I didn't even make it deep enough. I mean, like, it should have been steeper than just 1 block. And I should have made it so that it was like 3 blocks wide. So you could have iron bars and just shut you in. Or a fence. Stuff like that. So, I did it again. You can see the redstone on the... Ooh, that's a dangerous place. If I click what was it? If I click the library block for the other stuff, if I go in it, it will break my game. Like, it will crash the game. No lagging, please. And if we go down these steps, it should lead us... Yep, it does. So let me go over here real quick, because I want to see if it will do it. I think I'm on the other side of the TARDIS now. Or the engine room. Yep. There's the port. So yeah, we were over there a minute ago, and there's the actual port for it. So there's like... The hallway conjoins a little bit. Let me just go up these steps and show you again. It goes into a 3-way that has no point. If I go right... I think it leads us... I broke it! God, I hate when I do that. When my game lags, it'll do that to me. And I will show you the full extent of the TARDIS in a minute when I go outside after I get the tour done. It just leads me to the same hallway. It's pointless, and there's really no use for this triple hallway thing. So back to the engine room again. So it's to confuse people a little bit, and then if we just turn right, I think it takes us to this. Come on. Yeah, I know where it goes. See, Eye of Harmony, we're still here. Now, if we go down the staircase, it takes us to the room again. Now I'm gonna go straight. I think it goes straight to it. Yeah, it goes right back. It's just here. So way over here, I have the steps, and I think these just link back. Oh no, it doesn't. See, there's the TARDIS. Now there was a center row. I forgot what that went to. Did that just go over here? I know where it goes to. It goes to the top of this. So yeah, it goes to the architecture reconfiguration system. I remember. Okay. So yeah, here's the ARS. I'm just gonna call it that, the ARS. So if we go this way, I think you should stop it. Stop. Let go of me. I'm on the vine. That's why it was pulling me up. So I can go left or right. I'm gonna go right to show you how far we are from the TARDIS, which is not that far. That way, I forgot where this leads to. At least I think I forgot. The Zero Room. Okay. So the Zero Room is the room. It's not big. I've only seen one photo. I didn't know how big it was. It was when the Fifth Doctor was floating in it after his regeneration, I believe. It's for typically nasty regenerations or like a healing chamber, kind of like an infirmary for Time Lords. But apparently better. So let me just go back and go to the spot where I turned, which should be about two more turns away. There we go. And now we just take a right, I think. Yes, there's a right. Okay. So yeah, there's two done. That was 2 hallways done, which is a little ridiculous for what it was. And then under here, I think I know where this takes us. Oh, and I gotta go back up. I gotta go back up top first. Hold up, I forgot a couple rooms. Yeah, I ran right by a couple. That was stupid of me. So I gotta go straight this time because reasons. And then the ARS was that hallway right there. That one, that's the ARS. So if we go around the ARS, it links to these rooms. Now these rooms are new, sort of. To my right is the Nether portal, and to my right is the End portal. I didn't do it right. I didn't do the End portal right. I don't care at this point, but since the TARDIS is already multi-dimensional, like it has one dimension, the outside of it, and then it has another one inside of it. It's like the bigger on the inside thing. I figured why not put 2 more dimensions in it, like a portal to a whole new part of the TARDIS, and it's like all inside of it. I figured that would be awesome, and then I didn't get the End portal work, so the Nether portal. I said we could put like the worst creature known to man inside the TARDIS, and then some bad guys in there. And yeah, so I did that, and I'm like, that is cool. It's also so weird at the same time. That's also where I can get my Nether stars and all the end crystals, where I can get all this stuff. I thought it was a great idea, and I just decided to do it, so I did. And that's why I put them in there. So now I'm going to show you what the TARDIS looks like from the outside. So I just... Oh, wait. I gotta go here. I think I did all the rooms, technically. But I think there's one room. Oh, wait, nope. Nope, didn't forget. This goes up to the Eye of Harmony, which I think I showed you. Yeah, this hallway part, I mean, like, the section where it's, like, 3 different rooms. Yeah, it breaks off. It gets ridiculous over and over. It's just, like, a whole mix of corridors on the map. It looks kind of like a 6 shape or something. It's all linked together. And this goes to the under part. So I basically just covered all of the rooms aside from that. So let me go outside of the TARDIS's shell. Or the TARDIS's bits and pieces. Because I just covered everything in under an hour. I just want to show you the size and all what's outside of it. So if we go through the port, I use this in case something breaks, like redstone on the TARDIS console. I just want to show you how big it is, because oh yeah, I was going to make that house, the house right there, but it was made of snow. Like you can see right here, I blew it up because it started to melt. I had a light source in there, and it was bad. It was a modern thing. And then I used the medieval house, which I spawned in, and I put it there. I just tried to block off all the windows with black concrete. So this house points directly to the console, and there's the 10th Doctor's TARDIS. There's the ballroom. There's the 11th. There's the main console, the companion room, the kitchen, the art gallery, the crappy library, and here's all the redstone for the lights. Did it go dead on me? It completely died on me. There we go. Okay, I was a little worried there. I got so scared. There we go. Okay, lights are working again. Behind me is the observatory and swimming pool, my room, the first Doctor's TARDIS. Wow, I said car. The cloister room, the ARS, the Nether and End portal, enchantment room, the art gallery, or not the art. Wow, Jake. The gardens, the forge, the engine room, the zero room, the stables. Here's what I mean. Here's the loop-de-loop kind of thing. It just gets ridiculous. And there's another loop-de-loop under there. Then we have the Eye of Harmony, the engine room. Let me just go up and see. Let me just turn my settings up so I can like show you everything if I can. I gotta like get everything situated. Let me show you the resource pack before I do that. I made this resource pack. It's the UTK.io. Same logo as the app. No, I didn't mean it. Let me just save settings. I'm gonna go to my my video. And then my render distance max chunks, so let's see if this works. Alright, let's see if this functions properly. I don't think I can get it all on one screen now. Oh, my game is lagging so bad. Nope, I can't. Never mind. I can try. Like, I just did all of this in 1 hour. It doesn't even load it all on one screen. That's how big it is. Oh my god. And this is a big screen. But oh my god. Oh. I will never do this again. I mean, I will probably replicate it, but I won't do the entire TARDIS again. Good lord. I probably put this up in like a spawn and map kind of thing, like the builder from Minecraft Pocket Edition. I could like put that in there and just load it on there, so when people want to build something, it just like loads on their map. So the entire TARDIS does that. And I could probably do that. I just don't know how. Like, this thing is the biggest TARDIS I will ever build, at least for quite a while. Let me go back and like show you everything. So it looks so basic on some rooms, but some rooms are so complicated, like the 11th Doctor's console. Oh, and I forgot the epic library was over here too. And you can see all the command blocks on most of the rooms. They're like poking out. And that was an accident. I didn't mean to do those 3. That was for my room. Like, I gotta like stack it, so I gotta leave that one right there, but the ones in front of it, no, they don't need to be there. So under here, under the library, was going to be the original part of the TARDIS, the original room. And I got to go around the corridor. See the lapis lazuli? At least I think you do. Let me go up here. Okay, there's the lapis and the stuff like that. This was going to be the room for the TARDIS. This is going to be the original console base. And then I just forgot. I just like, screw it. I went over here and built that one. So it was so complex. And this was going to be the first console room. I'm like, nope, and I gave up on it because I didn't like having the two doors kind of thing, because it was way too big for me. But yeah, let me get back inside the TARDIS. So this map is huge. I'm very proud of it, but it's just massive compared to any other TARDIS ever. No, don't get on me. Okay, I thought it would quit on me. So I only built this because I wanted to improve on what I did. I wanted to redesign everything, and to be honest, when I was coming home from a trip to St. Louis, Missouri for a competition in my FRC team, I brought my tablet with me, and I just decided to build another TARDIS because I was getting back into Doctor Who, and oh, come on, load. There you go. There's my little friend, and I was just so happy about all I had accomplished when we went to the States. I'm like, let's just build TARDIS. And I just got so bored, I decided to do one. So I did. And then I just finished it. Well, for the most part, I finished it. There's some broken spots I could have fixed. There's some stuff that could have been improved on. There's a lot that could have been improved on, actually. And I just love it. And I decided to show it to you guys for my 500th video because I promised you guys a preview, or I promised you a tour of the TARDIS, because the first one I did was like 20 minutes long, and it wasn't that impressive. Now look at this, it's just beautiful. And it's just so intricate. And it feels just so great to accomplish this. And it is Minecraft, it is the TARDIS, it's the epitome of nerds, or YouTubers. A little bit of both. But yeah, it's between me building these and me improving on these, and then me also just redesigning and just contemplating whether or not to keep building these. So I've been doing this for almost an hour, 56 minutes and counting, and I'm very proud of what I've done. And I've just been running around telling you guys about this TARDIS, and I haven't even asked you what you guys think about it. I mean, I've been running around, and I think I said it once or twice about some of the rooms I love. The first 6 over there, the ports, I love these rooms. Oh yeah, here you can see the full TARDIS, but this didn't really do it justice, so I had to go outside and show you. Oh my god. So these 6 rooms are my favorite. I mean, I'm starting to hate the art gallery, but the other 6 are just for to fill the space. So the inspiration for this TARDIS was a mix of the 12th Doctors for the lights and the carved stone instead of, and then up there I could have put the weird kind of bracket design, but then I got lazy and just stopped there because I had a lot more stuff to worry about, and then I just kept working on it, and it was just great. And then I had a TARDIS way back, like 2 years ago, the one I reacted to. I built that one. I decided to recreate it, sort of, and I tried to recreate the 4 design thing, and then I did the come along pond thing, and that didn't really work out for me, so I just decided to just forget about that tablet or TARDIS stuff. There was like over 10 TARDISes I ever built. I built the War Doctors, I built the 8th Doctors, I built the Ironside TARDIS 3 times, I believe. I built the 10th Doctors 4 times. I built the 9th Doctors, well, the same thing, 4 times. I built the 7th Doctors, I don't think I did. And then the the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th Doctors console was the same. The 5th Doctor's console didn't really change, so I built that once, which is basically the first one, or the 4th one. That's basically it, aside from the tiling on the floor. I did not build the secondary console from that one. And I also didn't build the War Doctors. I only built the War Doctors once, and it was really inaccurate. But it was bad. So I have photos for you guys in this video. So this is huge, and then the 500th video thing was going to be a huge thing for me, and I love you guys for watching these videos, and I love you guys for subscribing to me. I almost have 150 now, 150 subscribers. I'm really happy about that. And the fact that people doubted that I keep uploading through the summer, you were right. I barely uploaded through the summer because I got lazy and just played a lot of games. But with that, I did so much, and I was doing this a lot through the summer. Well, not the summer, the school year. I was doing my robotics stuff through the school year, and I was building. The only time I really focused on Minecraft was when I started the console room. and that took me a whole 4 hours to build. So I mean, the console room took me 2 weeks to perfect, but it took me 4 hours to build, and that was the baby console room you saw in the preview. Like the first TARDIS the console you saw was me just messing around, and I just finished out of the redstone. I felt so proud of myself. I'm setting my tablet down real quick. I felt so proud of myself. How much battery do I have? Wow, I was at 85 about like 2 hours ago. So, I'm gonna have to go soon because I don't know how much space I have in this tablet, and I'm afraid I might break it if I keep adding on to it. But I just finished, when you saw the preview, I had just finished adding on the redstone, and I felt so great about it. So, tell me what you guys think about what was your favorite room, what was your least favorite room, what could have been improved on, what was the greatest. And I love you guys for watching this. Like and subscribe today. Make sure to hit that bell icon and select if you'd like to receive notifications from my channel. So, here are the photos you guys would like to, if you guys want to see me do the TARDIS thing. So here you go. Otherwise, bye-bye.